this world that we all live in together, it seems as if there's a lot of separate objects within it. There's me, there's you, there's the camera. There's lots of separate objects that are all coexisting and playing together in this world. Sometimes in harmony, sometimes not. But some spiritual traditions are saying, well, that's not actually the case. It's not separate. It's all one thing. We are all one. We are all connected. And so the mind will wonder, okay, well, if we actually are connected, how can this be? Because there's clearly many separate objects, but if they're connected, maybe it's like the fingers on a hand. We can say, okay, well, this finger is connected to this finger through the hand. The two fingers are part of a larger whole. They're connected. And so you and I must somehow be connected through this invisible force. I can't see a connection, I feel somehow independent, but there must be some sort of mysterious connection. I'll take your word for it because, sure, why not? But really this idea of there being separate things which are connected, not quite the best metaphor. It's a good step. It's a good first step. But there's a metaphor I like which explains this a little bit better. Let's think of the universe as a hologram. The universe is holographic. A hologram, if you've ever seen one, you ever seen those like holographic pictures of, let's say, a dinosaur, right? And you have this, almost like a photograph that you look at. But unlike a photograph, when you turn it, you'll actually see the hologram change and move, and you'll see motion. Let's say you're looking at a dinosaur on the hologram, and as you turn the hologram, you see the dinosaur open and close his mouth, and you see him chomping away. And so as you're turning the hologram, you see movement. And then the question is, okay, are there lots of individual dinosaurs, or is there just one dinosaur? Is there just one hologram? Both, simultaneously coexisting. The one dinosaur, the one hologram is the all, and the all are the one. They're not separate in any way. They're not separate things somehow connected. There's just one thing. This universe that we live in, you and I, it's the same way. There is only here and now. There's only here and now. There is nowhere else for anything to exist. Everything exists here and now. But like with the hologram, we're just perceiving one portion of it at a time, one version of it, one aspect of it. Yet all of it exists simultaneously. The version of the hologram we experience is determined by our vibration. What determines our vibration? Well, things like thoughts, beliefs, expectations. What we believe to be true, what we really believe, is what we experience. Because our thoughts, they say, believe and you shall see. Believing is seeing. Or as a man thinketh, so he experienceth, or whatever the saying is. It's whatever you think about, you bring about. Why? Because whatever it is you think about, your thoughts are going to determine your energetic vibration. And your vibration determines what version of the totality you experience at any one point in time. Yet all of it is simultaneously coexisting. The universe is holographic. It is the entirety, the totality, as one thing, simultaneously coexisting as the all. But like an intricate diamond, you're only seeing one aspect of the diamond, one facet of the diamond at a time. That way you get a chance to appreciate the entirety, one piece at a time. Just like if you were to go to a candy store, you wouldn't want to take every single candy and shove it all into your mouth at the same time, because that would be overwhelming. How could you really appreciate the candy? How could you experience the candy if you're trying to taste all of the flavors at the same time? And so just to really appreciate the totality of all candy, you decide to eat one piece at a time. And so you and I, in order to experience the totality, are doing so by experiencing one, in a sense, part of the totality at a time. But they are in no way separate from any other part. Like the hologram, you're simply witnessing one part at a time. Separateness and oneness are not mutually exclusive. It's not either or. They're both. They're not two things. Separateness and oneness. Non-duality means not two. Separateness and oneness are not two. So we are all one. And simultaneously there is, in a sense, the experience of separation. But it is all existing here and now. There is nowhere else, and there is no place else for anything to exist outside of here and now. Everything exists here and now.